Hello awesome people, what is going on? It is BradPhusion here and welcome back to more Ascension. So in the last episode I spent a few hours grinding down the large black ship that we had brought back with us, and in this episode we're going to use those parts and components we had gathered from that ship to build ourselves our Icarus version 2, which in this series I'm going to be calling Phoenix. The reason why I'm going to be calling it Phoenix is because it is a birth of another ship from the ashes of an older ship. I thought that was just an interesting idea, or interesting name in itself, and I thought you guys might like that, so welcome to the Phoenix. I'm going to be doing a showcase on this individually, maybe tomorrow instead of today because I'm running out of time today. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having a great holiday as well. So we are going to be building this mostly for this episode. I hope we have enough components to get this done. It does require quite a fair bit. I think the only thing we're really missing is maybe the turbo, what we call the turbo pieces for the Azimuth mod. I can't remember how many of them we actually have, if any at all. We have 52. Sorry, the superchargers, not turbos. Around about the same thing. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty out Kara right now. I'm going to put all of her materials inside of these containers here. And once that is then done, I'm going to change all of her grinders into I'm going to get rid of all of her grinders and replace her with 2 welders on the front. And we're going to be using that to get this job done here, which should get it done in a reasonable time pace. Whilst this is happening, I'm going to be using this generator over here to generate the resources needed to make a Stargate. Now, I admit in the last episode I was a little bit silly without actually realizing how this was done. I thought this was like a refinery at first. I thought I put pieces in here and then it would refine them to the actual mineral that we needed to create the Stargates. I didn't realize it was actually under the production tab. If I go to here, it can actually show me what I need to get this done. I apologize for not seeing this. I thought, like I said, it does say it's a production facility, so I guess I should have looked under here in the first place, but I didn't. I'd never used this before until now, so now we know that it actually requires silver, gold, platinum, and cobalt, all of which we don't actually have. So I'm very interested to see. I mean, we might have to break down what materials we have left into its basic components and then use those basic components to make these resources, because as far as I can tell we need, I think it's 100 to make the gate here. Let me just quickly check. Yeah, 100. So maybe we'll have enough, maybe not. Maybe this ship won't have a Stargate initially, so maybe we'll have to fly off to an asteroid using this ship here, taking Kara along with us, and we'll do a little bit of hand drilling and just drilling with Kara, and then we can bring back enough resources to then make the Stargate. Hopefully that's what's going to happen. I mean, hopefully we're going to have enough resources to begin with. I don't know what this requires. This does require 25, so we need 125 in total, and that's going to require a lot of resources. But anyway, enough of me talking. Let me start grabbing everything out of here. This will probably take me a very long while. I mean, all these containers are almost full, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal. I will fast forward this, and I will see you guys once I start the production on the Phoenix. So, see you guys in a second. Enjoy the music. Okay, so I've now filled up Kara with hopefully enough resources to get a majority of the builds done. Now, funnily enough, I actually had enough materials from the black ship, or enough steel plates anyway, to completely fill up one of these containers, and obviously I've taken out these resources now to use them on this build. But it was still quite amazing. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be asking, why haven't you built a large container yet? And, well, at the time, anyways, I didn't have enough resources to do so. Clearly, now I have enough resources to do so, and I will do so in a second. I just thought I would just point that out just in case anyone wants to complain, oh, Brad, you don't have any large containers or anything. Yeah, I will put some in a second once I get the production started on this. That way we can kind of empty out some of these containers, and then we can build up a large container when we have the time to do so. So anyway, I'm going to sit down in my chair here. I don't think I can control Kara from here unless I have an antenna built. Now, I can build one on the ceiling if I go up above with Kara, and I think that's might be what I'm going to do first actually, is building a small antenna for myself so I can actually control Kara from here. So let's go, we'll put, not a missile. I hate this, it does this all the time. I select one item and it's like, no, 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 you want this item. I mean, maybe at some point I might want a missile rack, but it's not what I'm looking for today, game. Anyway, let's go back on top of the station. There should be gravity up above there. I mean, if not, that might be a bit of an issue. But there should be gravity up here. Enough to put, at least enough to allow me to put down an antenna just up here somewhere. Nothing too special. Not too far away, just right here somewhere. That was close, I almost missed. But it's okay, because I can still control Kara anyway. So we need steel plates, and it does use radio communication components. I don't know if I have too many of them, but we will grab out steel plates from now. We'll put these Gravgen pieces in here right now, and we'll get the... Well, it doesn't really matter where it is, as long as it's up here. And we'll get the construction components and everything out of Kara, and we'll get the... hopefully a lot of this welding... Actually, why am I welding it with my own hands? We have Kara right here. I'm an idiot. You know, you sometimes forget, like, really simple things, and this is one of those things that I keep forgetting, despite being extremely simple. But, nonetheless, this is welding. I mean, welding along very slowly, but nonetheless it's still welding. So this will allow me to then communicate back and forth with Kara at a distance, or anything, you know, just in case Kara gets, you know, a little bit lost, we can at least reach out. I think it's to 50 kilometers, which in itself is quite an amazing feat, so being able to do that is actually pretty damn cool. So anyway, let me just dock down here. I like being able to switch between using the remote control and not using the remote control, because it allows me to control it from different angles. So we need the 4D communications, which I think we have downstairs. So I'm going to quickly fly down right now, and we'll grab that out. So it's like Kara's, like, two things. She's my mobile seat, and she's also my my weldy drone, or my multi-purpose drone. Do we actually have 40? I know we have some. Oh, we have exactly 40. Okay, let me just put these back in here, and we'll grab out the 40. We can only grab out 28. At least I can fill this up in Kara anyway, so that's not too big of a deal. I'm gonna put 5 in there. That, okay, I'll grab out... Okay, I have to make some more room. I kind of filled her up before, so forgive me for that. I now have to grab out stuff to then put more stuff in. Won't worry about the Gravgen just yet, and the thrust components we'll take out of here as well. That should allow me to, hopefully, put a little bit more inside of her. So that's 33, and we just need just a little bit more, and there's 7 here, and that should be great. So why did I give it to myself? She still needs a little bit more space. Typical. Grab that out, put that in, and put the rest in. There we go. Okay, sweet. So now I can get that done, and now I can control Kara from where I need her to be controlled from. So up here we go, and like, see, look, I'm just using her from different perspectives, and it's really nice to actually be able to do that. And there we go, the antenna is now ours, and now we can control a little bit more. Now, one thing I do want to build inside this station is a larger reactor at some point. I don't know when I'm going to want to build one, but I do want to build one just because I don't know how much power I'm already using inside the station. Actually, I can check that, can't I? Now that I got myself a seat built, well, actually, we'll check that right now. I'd never even thought to check that. How much power do we have? Oh, we have 6 days of power. That's fine. Even with production, we should only be cutting down to a little bit of power here. Now, I want to see. There's the antenna here. Now, if we bring the broadcast radius up on this, it will use up a bit more power. We have 2 days of power. But do we see anything using our antenna? I don't think we would. But I was actually hoping that maybe something would come up on our scanners here. But oh well, no biggie. I was thinking whatever was down by the asteroid might have came up if there is anything down there. I still need to go down there and check, but I haven't done so yet. So I'm going to bring its antenna radius back down again to something a little bit more reasonable here. I'm going to go to about 20, yeah, we'll go to the default of about 25, I think. 25,000. There we go, that's using... That's about 4 days, that's fine. 4 days of power is definitely not a bad thing. Anyway, let's get on with welding, and I'll see you guys in a second. I might not be able to weld the whole thing today, but we will definitely try. So let's begin our construction here today, shall we? Okay, so welcome back everyone. Now, this did take me around about an hour or so in terms of welding. Now, it isn't fully complete, however, I do have a basic and functional ship to work with. That way I can get a little bit more materials and bring them back here to process. That way I can actually complete the ship completely. So welcome to Phoenix. Now, on each side of the Phoenix, we do have working thrusters. We have at least 1 or 2 on each of the sides here that will allow me to thrust. Now, these big thrusters here, I don't have enough resources to complete them, so I put 2 small yet large thrusters on the top of the ship that will at least give me forward momentum. That way we can fly around and hopefully find some places where we can get more resources so we can actually complete this ship here. But most of the basics have been complete. We have a working seat, we have gyroscopes, we have storage, and we have a reactor, as well as, like I said before, thrusters in every direction. So right now, I can disconnect the ship and it should be able to fly on its own so we can actually gather resources, which I will be doing in the next episode. However, I want to finish off a lot of the welding of most likely the armor. I didn't want to do too much so we can actually still get Kara inside of here. There's a few things here and there that are missing. I don't like using the projector, and I realize you have to have a block fully completed before you can move on to the next block, which kind of slowed down production a lot more than I was expecting. So that's why this has taken me a very long time, because, for example, you can't weld 4 blocks at a time until you've welded one of them, and then you can slowly start to branch out like that. It was fine. I mean, like I said, we got ourselves a large container here, a hauler container. This is a mod that I will add to the description as well. This was used in the production because it's a small size, but it has a large capacity. So I do have this built into the ship there, and behind it we have a large reactor that has quite a bit of uranium inside of that will actually power the whole thing. It has 19.9 now. Right now this is actually powering the station because obviously it's all connected and everything. But hopefully, again, the next episode, I want to detach this. It shouldn't break anything. Everything should all be connected. Because like I said, you can't branch out until something is connected. I thought I just saw something shoot past then on the screen. I swear I actually did see something shoot past, but it might be my imagination. Anyway, I think I'll leave this here for today's episode. This is the birth of the Phoenix, and hopefully in the end, or in the next episode, we will actually complete the Phoenix so that we can fly it around and explore space. And like I said, we also have a Stargate and a DHD in here. However, we can't build them until we have the right resources to make the material needed to create both the Stargate and the DHD. Anyway, I'll be leaving this here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It wasn't too much talking, mostly music yet again. But I feel that in the start of a series like this, where most of my things are going to be focused on construction, like I'm doing right now, there most likely will be a fair amount of music. So hopefully the music suits your style. If not, you can most likely mute it and go listen to your own music. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time. And before I end this video, I do want to thank you guys for joining my streams lately. I've been getting a little bit more into streaming, and for anyone out there who was using their mobile app to watch my streams and were constantly getting a black screen, I have now fixed this issue. And for anyone who was watching my streams on lower quality and could only hear me without seeing anything, this has also been fixed as well. I couldn't really figure out where to make an announcement for it. I might make an announcement video a little bit later on just to explain the details here and there. But that has all been fixed, and again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Stay awesome, everyone.